Hi everyone, it's Don from Don's Family Vacation, and I have another subscriber video as well as a port destination, what to do before your cruise. And this week we're going to talk about New York City and what to do in New York. Can you imagine New York City? What is there to do? Yeah, there should be a ton to do, so we're going to talk about it right after this. Number one is New York is famous for their music and Broadway and things like that. So why not try and take in a performance at Radio City Music Hall or the Lincoln Center or something along those lines. Even take in Jimmy Fallon taping one of his shows. If you can get tickets to any of these things, it's a perfect way to start off your cruise vacation. Number two, if you're looking for a nice leisurely place to have dinner and maybe see some of New York, I recommend the Bateau, New York dinner cruise. It's a little bit pricey, but the meal is really good. It's a 4-star restaurant on board, and it takes you by the Statue of Liberty, and you get to see the skyline, and you can see it in dusk or in the evening, and it's a very good way to see New York City from the water, as well as having a great meal while you're doing it. If you're not too afraid of heights, take in one of the observatories like One World Observatory, where you get up to the top of New York City and you can see New York City just stretched out for miles and miles and miles in front of you, and it's hard to believe that there's a city that large when you come from a town like myself, Ottawa, that has, you know, a little bit of city, lots of parkland, a little bit more city, lots of parkland, where New York City has city and a park in the middle. Speaking of that park, you gotta get down and take a walk through Central Park if you can at all. The park is like so large and prime real estate right in the middle of New York City. I'm surprised it hasn't been developed yet. But it's so large. They have baseball parks, football fields, soccer fields. They have a zoo in the middle of Central Park. So yeah, if you have a chance, get down and take a stroll through Central Park. Number five, if you can, if you're a big theater buff like I am, take a stroll down Broadway. And if you can, catch any show that's playing down there. I'm sure you'll be entertained, and it's first-class Broadway shows. You're never going to get any better shows that are on Broadway in the theaters. So if there's anything playing at all, check it out. Number six, if you've never been to New York, what visit is most common for everybody, and what area of New York does everyone know about? Times Square, because of the New Year's Eve celebration in New York City for years and years and years. It's in postcards all over the world. If you show a picture of Times Square, people automatically know that's New York City. So you just have to make a visit. Number seven, if you're into sports at all, you gotta visit places like Madison Square Garden, or during the summer, Yankee Stadium. Check out the big historical buildings that are out there that have made some of the biggest sporting events in history have happened in some of these buildings. And so if you're a big sports buff, take a check out the stadiums and check out the arena in Madison Square Garden. Number eight, if you like to shop, or even if you just want to see some of the places that are famous for their shopping malls and things like that, how about taking a stroll through Saks Fifth Avenue, or heading down to Bloomingdale Shopping Center and just check out the large stores and the headquarters that have launched those stores when they were in their prime right across America. And yeah, Saks Fifth Avenue, if you're planning on buying something, make sure you bring your wallet. Number nine is tours. Of course, there's all kinds of tours. There's boat tours out, and there's all kinds of walking tours. There's all kinds of food tours where you can tour Little Italy, you can tour the sweet shops, you can tour coffee shops. There's all kinds, but one of my favorite that I like, and I just found out about a couple of years ago, is tours of famous television buildings. So they will walk around and they will show you the apartment building for Friends, the TV show, or the apartment building where Seinfeld was recorded and the outsides of that. All those different famous buildings from famous TV shows, and it's just kind of neat to be there in person and say, yeah, I was standing outside of the Friends building. Number 10 is, how about a horse-drawn carriage tour, or a hansom cab as they like to be called in New York. It's a nice leisurely stroll. It's very relaxing, just hearing the clip-clop of the horse in front of you as the hansom cab driver will explain as much as you want or as little as you want. And on cold, chilly nights in the fall and winter, you get hot chocolate or cocoa, or you can make sure you can order wine if you want. And if you have a significant other with you and it's a romantic trip you're starting off on, then this is a very good way to set it off in the right mood. So there's just 10 things I can think of off the top of my head to do in New York City. And of course, there's thousands of things to do in New York City. It's the largest city, well, one of the largest cities in the world, but definitely the largest in North America. So if you're looking for stuff to do, try those. If not, search Google for stuff on your own. New York City, you can find millions of things, so you'll never ever be looking for something to do, because you walk down the street and there's something to do. So I hope you liked this video on the destination New York City. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. If you want to see more videos like this, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. And until next time, have yourself a safe and a great vacation.